I've been swimming in the river since the mid-2000s. I've never gotten sick from it. I'm sure there have been some very questionable days I've been in. But that being said, I'm healthy. That's just me. But then the other testament is through the years, we're up to like over 21,000 people that have gone through our programs here. And to my knowledge, no one has said, I swam today and got sick. My original degree was in architecture. It's taken me a lot of years to realize that this is my home and this is where I belong, and let's figure out a way to make this happen. And it's disappointed a lot of people, but I almost don't see that I have a choice. In open water swimming, which is where I started and kind of picked all this up, I noticed there's certain parallels with different people that became more well known. Wim Hof was one of them. Eventually I heard him talk, and what he talked about was a lot of things that I was experienced, but I didn't have words for. He got into it. He was studied yoga, was a yogi, practiced different things, experienced cold water, but it wasn't a practice. And then I think it was around 2000, maybe a little bit later, his wife committed suicide. She suffered from depression. They thought everything was okay, and then one day she's gone. He had 4 kids, and it was just totally devastating. And so something said, get into the cold. And when he got into the cold, he discovered the breath and how that related and how it connected things, how it made him feel better, gave focus, and a lot of things that we're going to experience today. Next breath, gently like a wave, but with power from within. All right, here we go. Fully in, and let go. Fully in, and let go. Belly, chest, all the way up into your head, and let go. It was my oldest daughter that first told me about Wim Hof. I found kind of a voice in what he did to set things up and go through that experience through the breath practice and then transition into the ice bath. And one of the signs of the ice bath is that you go in, you're definitely going into that fight or flight, and you're nervous and scared, especially as a first timer, and um, it's cold. Again, everything is saying run away, get warm. But people really embracing that um, and moving through that process and leaning into it. And usually it's somewhere in that minute to 90 seconds when they accept it, and then they smile. And that smile is just so awesome. And that's the reward.
Yeah.
Doing awesome.
There
you go. Slowing it down. Nice job, guys.
We've had to smile.
You got this.
There we go.
You got this.
Before I knew of Wim Hof and was doing this, I thought I was open to what the experience is, how my body reacts, how cold can I go for how long. As Wim Hof says, the cold is a merciless but righteous teacher. And, I've gone up and down and dealt with things. And if we're disconnected, then it's, I don't know the right word, maybe less than whole. We're not operating at, say, peak capacity. And so that's going to be reflected, physically, mentally. And I think depression is definitely can be a result of that. That's my experience. It's fucking hard to be depressed when you're in 40-degree water. You can be as stressed out as ever, just dealt with a killer day. You jump in the water and 15 minutes later you get out and it's like, it's a new life.